Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I have a pretty interesting blaster to show you all today. This is the Nerf Limited Halo Needler. For those who don't know what Nerf Limited is, it's pretty much just actually I really have no idea. You would assume that it's limited quantity, limited produced, and stuff like that. Maybe that's true, but it doesn't really seem like that because this thing came out like last year, I think, and it's available on Amazon. Available on Amazon for $99.99 USD. I didn't purchase it for that. I purchased it for I think $69.99 USD. I did buy it on sale, so there is that to keep in mind. And it just really baffles me why they call it limited. But like I said, maybe it's limited and they just made a whole bunch of them and Amazon's selling them as overstock. But that is kind of a weird thing though. So to put it into perspective here, why I'm a little bit confused, is because every time Nerf comes out with a limited branded thing, there's always a pre-order for it on their website, Hasbro Pulse. Hasbro Pulse is a website, I'm pretty sure, strictly for pre-ordering stuff, because you can pre-order action figures, you know, cosplay equipment, and Nerf blasters from there. And you pre-order them, and then you can get it in like 2 years. Sometimes it takes a long time. You would think that all the people who pre-order it are getting just the ones getting the blaster, but here I am, I have one here that I didn't pre-order, just randomly bought off Amazon one day, and it's right here, like no issues. Maybe there's something missing in it, but why would they still brand it as Nerf Limited if it isn't the limited version? I don't know, I don't get it, but it's here, it's cool, and love the packaging, by the way. Speaking of packaging, let's talk about it. It's a very pretty simple front of the box. You don't really see the picture of the blaster, but we do get 10 Nerf Elite darts, and its recommended age is ages 8+. It also has a battery requirement of 6 AA's. So this blaster, by the way, is motorized. From what I gathered, I think it's motorized and might have lights. I'm actually not too sure here. Yeah, not much to show. Just the side panels are this little crate here, and then the top has this little seal here. And even on the back, it's pretty simple. But just kind of like this melted metal, and you can kind of see the needler behind it, which I think is pretty cool. So not much to talk about with the box. It's very simple, you know, just a pretty cool box. So with that out of the way, let's get this thing out of the package. All right, so I just wanted to take it out of the box and then just show it off because I kind of find this interesting. They have this kind of like egg carton style box here, which I actually think is kind of neat. Kind of makes it so you can reuse the fancy box to put it in storage and stuff like that. And I just wanted to show my first impressions of everything. So it does come with a display stand. So here we have this kind of bendy plastic stand here. You know, has the word Needler on the side, Hasbro Limited, Nerf, and then the Halo logo here. It's kind of hard to see. Pretty cool. That means you can display this thing. Probably will be displaying it. You have the other parts for it. It's pretty cool. I guess you can just assemble this thing. I guess this side goes on this side here. I think you line up the little tabs here. There you go. Built the stand. We got here some, I guess, game add-ons here, which is kind of cool. I don't know why they give you so much. Why do they give me so much? They have this one. I don't know what language that is, and I don't know what rating system that is. But we have the ESRB version for that, and then I don't really know what this one is. I got Peggy, and then this one I think is, I forgot what region that is. It looks very familiar. I don't know what they mean by, oh, okay. I don't know if I showed it on camera, but I did find the code. It's on the US one. I'm guessing it's either always on the US one or it's on one of these if you're in that region. Here we have our instructions. Very simple single sheet instructions. Tells you how to put the batteries in, which I will definitely have to look into because I would have no idea where the battery's going. There's a touch sensor, which is kind of cool. There's a display mode. It's a 10 dart capacity. Has some form of door. I think this blaster might be motorized plunger, actually, because there's no flywheels on it. Huh. This blaster's already interesting. And looking at the blaster in the box, too, this is actually pretty cool. And for those who don't know, the Needler actually is about this size. The reason why when in game, when you're playing as Master Chief, it doesn't look so big is because Master Chief is over 7 feet tall. I think he's around over 7 feet tall. So he makes this thing look like a little pistol, but in reality, it's supposed to be like a rifle for the Covenant. So what else do we have? We also have our darts here in this little bag here. Haven't seen that color before. They're pink and just pink darts. I think they're pretty cool. I guess they're to match the aesthetic of the Needler, or the needles that go in the Needler. And believe it or not, the head is actually semi-translucent. So that's pretty cool. I really like that. And of course we have the Needler itself, and this thing is kind of heavy. Look at that thing. So the needles are in fact rubber. They aren't too sharp. We have a switch down here. I wonder if there's like a, is this a power switch? What is this switch? Yes, it is a power switch. So there's, I guess that's blaster mode, the one, that's off, and then that's display mode is number 2. Very detailed, and I mean, I do have a little bit of paint there, but that's paint that can come off probably with some nail polish remover. I'm not too worried about that. This, by the way, is based off the Halo Infinite Needler. So if it looks a little bit strange to you and you've only played some of the older games, that's what this is based off of. So there's a door here. I guess it just opens up a little bit, and you have your revolving barrels here. It's only one door, so it's on the side with the screws and stuff. Let's just get batteries in this thing first. I think the battery tray is on the bottom. If this is a little bit of a longer video, it's because I'm just kind of experiencing this blaster. I don't know, I just think this is a really cool blaster. So this blaster requires 6 AA's, as we saw in the box, and I'm using Kirkland Signature. It is cool they put it on the bottom, so it kind of balances well. Because you'd rather have a bottom heavy blaster than a top heavy blaster. So there we go. It's currently off, so I guess we turn it on. Oop. Oh, I guess, it's booted up. Okay, so I guess there's a little bit of a wait time, so that glows there. I want to say, I'm outside, so it's kind of hard to tell if it's what glows and what doesn't. That glows there, and then that glows in the back too, and I want to say the needles glow, and then of course our barrels are also glowing as well. And this is a type of blaster we haven't seen on the channel before. This is a motorized plunger blaster, which is why you hear those motors going. And you also hear the pop, pop, which is from the plunger going forward. So that's kind of interesting what we're seeing motorized plunger stuff. And there is in fact a lock on the door, so if the door is open, the trigger does not work. What does the touch sensor do? Lights will automatically turn off after 2 hours. So I guess the light display mode, yeah, just disables the trigger and keeps it on, which is kind of cool. Let me see. I'm gonna turn it on to blaster mode and see, it doesn't do anything. But if I touch the touch sensor, it turns on. Okay, so I guess to activate the lights, you touch the touch sensor and it activates. And by the way, the needles do glow. I'm not sure if it shows up on camera, but the needles are glowing. Let's just load this thing up with some darts. Let's just load it up with the darts it came with, these cool little needle darts here. Let's see how hard it is to load. I guess it's not super difficult. It is a display object, more like, instead of a proper blaster, so there's that. Go. Close it up, and let's see how it fires. You didn't see that, but that actually has a little bit of kick to it. Yeah, that's not bad. Already first impressions on the performance of this thing, it's actually not that bad. I know this thing really isn't much of based for like performance and stuff, but that actually might be what strong suit is. But anyway, here's our display stand. That actually looks pretty cool. I do want to find a place to put this. It's a cool blaster. All right, so let's go see. Yeah, let's just take this out on the range already and see how it fares. All right, so here we are down on the range. We're starting with the accuracy test. As you can see, we have our targets set up over there. And here we have the Halo Needler loaded up with Nerf Elite. We're going to be firing 10 shots each, max capacity. That is your sight picture. You don't have one. We don't have a fancy reticle like Master Chief, so it's going to be a little bit hard to hit things with this. So the Needler already so far is not the most accurate thing, at least with Nerf. But that's why we test out other darts to see which one is the best. So we're moving on to Adventure Force. I don't know, I just can't aim. Like, it's so hard to aim. Because I'm trying to hit that target there, but they're going that way. And I'm trying to move over slowly, but because of the delay that this thing has, the delay is definitely something that is a little bit annoying, but we did have kind of a misfire, because that's probably because it wasn't seated properly, and that was probably an old dart too. We are loaded up with Dart Zone, and we'll see how that fares. I feel like Dart Zone performed the worst. I don't know, it's just, I'm like aiming it, and I have to aim down, kind of, because they're kind of arcing in a way. I'm already gonna say it, this already works better as a display piece than an actual blaster, but I think that's the whole point of this blaster, of this entire line of not Halo Limited, Nerf Limited. It's just cool display pieces that do function as blasters. But anyway, I guess we can move on to range. All right, so here we are at the range test. For context, the chicken marks 25 feet, swan marks 35 feet, the frog marks 40 feet, and the far back wall marks 50 feet. 12 more, I'm standing. We got the Needler here, loaded up with Nerf Elite. We're gonna be firing 10 shots each. That was kind of hard to tell, but I kind of feel like it was going to the 35-foot mark. A lot more than it was going, but it's kind of like, I guess in between 25 and 35. A couple of them went to the 40-foot mark. All right, moving on to Adventure Force. Let's see if this goes any further. Some of them weren't even going to the 25-foot mark. I guess maybe bad air seal? Oh, that's my guess. But they were getting a little bit beyond the 35-foot mark. Interesting, interesting. Kind of makes me want to try Nerf once again, but we will not do that. But kind of hit or miss with Adventure Force. I'm guessing because it's like loose fitting darts and stuff, because these are old. And I am getting the hang of loading this thing. This is not super difficult to load, but it is a little bit slow. So moving on to our last dart, Dart Zone. They all seem to be landing around the 35-foot mark. That is going to be what I'm going to say. Every dart landing 35 feet at the swan. A little bit before, a little bit after. Yeah, I think that's it for our tests. Let's take this thing back to the table and talk about it a little bit. All right, so here we are back at the table. We're going to be talking about the Needler. And to make this easier on me and everybody else watching, I'm going to be talking about this in kind of two parts. First off, let's talk about the Needler as a blaster. So, as a blaster, it's not great. It's inaccurate, pretty much impossible to aim, really slow to load, and it's incredibly heavy. This thing, even without batteries, is really front heavy. And it's actually really uncomfortable. Like, this thing is just squared and just, you know, just kind of hard to hold and stuff like that. And the trigger kind of feels just a little bit squishy and just, it's not the most pleasant trigger pull. Oh yeah, and of course the biggest issue is definitely its slow fire rate. This thing is full auto, but it kind of has this, I mean, come on, we all know it has a delay. You know, every time you hear a pop, that's its firing, and it has a very slow delay. But that, of course, is the nature of the system it's using to fire, which is motorized plunger. But there's some benefits to this system. There is some benefits. And the benefits of motorized plunger over something like motorized flywheels, like flywheel blasters, is consistency. Consistency of power, consistency of range. Your power doesn't diminish every shot. In this case, it's just constantly using the same spring and just firing them out like that. Which is probably why with the range test, it was fairly consistent, going around the 30 to 35 foot mark. Some even went to the 40 foot mark. Maybe not its only positive, but its biggest positive for being used as a blaster. Still wouldn't recommend it as a blaster, but it is something to keep in mind. But where it does excel is in its aesthetics and its quality. Believe it or not, this is actually a pretty decent quality blaster. It is relatively solid. Like, I don't see any cheap plastic on this thing, you know, and the places that do have a squishier plastic, like this door here, is probably because you're going to be opening and closing that thing, right? The spikes are made of rubber, and these little fins down here are actually made of rubber, so they won't break off. Pretty good quality, actually. Probably one of the better quality Nerf, like Hasbro blasters I've reviewed, so that's actually really cool. And then of course its aesthetics, you know, that's probably why you're buying this blaster anyways, just for its aesthetics alone. Not sure how game accurate this is. Of course, this is based off the Halo Infinite Needler. This is not game accurate. The wardings and stuff aren't game accurate, and the switch and the Nerf logo and even the Halo logo are not game accurate, but it is fairly game accurate. You even have your little ammo counter, which doesn't work unfortunately, but does have that. So this is what the Needler looks like in the dark. A lot of glowing things. It has pulsating lights, so the needles do pulsate, which is pretty cool. You have your ammo counter here, you know, some glowing accents here, and then the front. It's pretty cool. But here's something that I didn't notice. Well, my sister discovered this, and that's when you fire the Needler. Take a look at the needles. So every shot, one by one, they turn off, which is actually pretty cool. And also found out that you can reload them by opening the door here, opening that, and then that reloads it, and then you have more needles, which is pretty cool. Also, when you open the door, it turns off one of the lights here, so just another cool detail about this blaster. This probably works better as a prop or a display object instead of a blaster. Not sure how expensive a Needler prop is. I mean, they probably cost around the same price as this, but they're not blasters, you know. What else would I say about this blaster? I mean, it does come with a display stand. Box is pretty cool. You can actually I feel like you can kind of reuse that box too. It's not like something you would throw away, because the Needler just fits into its little like egg carton thing and goes in there. And of course, it includes an in-game item, which we will see later on in this video what it is and what it does. Would I recommend picking this thing up? If you're into Halo and also Nerf, that would be who I'd recommend this to. So somebody who wants a prop that kind of has some function, you know. Also, definitely recommend buying this on sale. $100 to me is a little bit steep. I'd say around the same price I kind of purchased it for, it's like $70. But I still think it's cool. I'll still display it. It does come with an in-game code, so I will be checking that out. With all this out of the way, let's go see what that code's all about. All right, so here we are on the computer. We're going to go to the website they say, which is halowaypoint.com/redeem. Okay, so I don't know what we're doing, so we're gonna sign in, I guess. All right, so we've signed in to our account here. We have our Master Chief logo up here. And I have no idea what I'm supposed to do at this point. Redeem, I guess. Okay, we can enter a code. Let's see here. Aha! I gotta do it. So it's in my inventory now. I guess we gotta boot up Halo Infinite. Yeah, I'll be getting a little bit of Halo Infinite gameplay this week, you know. Hopefully it's not too loud. Well, wait, I can just change it in post. I'm guessing it's like a skin or like a charm or something for your weapon. Maybe for the needler. Maybe it's like a needler skin, you know. That's just my guess. Sit back and wait for the game to load because it takes a really, really long time to load. In the meantime, I'm just gonna look at my YouTube channel. So while I'm recording this, I looked at my YouTube Studio app and I have 499 subscribers. So for those who are subscribed, thank you all for subscribing. Really didn't expect to get to almost 500. I mean, we're probably not going to reach 500 by the end of the year because getting subscribers is really hard and takes a long time. But for those who are subscribed, thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's very much appreciated. And also for those who have watched my videos, you know, even if you're not subscribed, I still appreciate the viewership, you know. Really keeps making me want to make videos, you know, just keeps it going, you know. Yeah, Halo Infinite, why are you taking so long to load? Oh my goodness. They had an update too recently. That's probably what it is, right? Come on, we're almost there. Come on. There we go. Well, what did I get? What did I get? I liked how did I just get a Nerf emblem? Well, okay, we're doing that. We're going for the Needler emblem. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see what else we have. It says weapon bench has something. Assault rifle? What did we get? We have a number. Oh, we could just put the Needler on there. There, now everybody knows, everybody will know that I own the Halo Needler. It's a little bit sad it doesn't come with a charm. Alright, and then vehicle bay. Warthog, let's get the Warthog a nice little Nerf blaster right there. Spartan ID. Oh, why not? So if you see the King Hogarth, you'll definitely know that this is. If you see the Needler, that's me. Okay, so let's go play some multiplayer. Do I want to be a purple Spartan? I feel like I should go back to being my old yellow self because I don't know, I just like the yellow. Kind of just looks cool, so we're gonna choose yellow. Okay, we're playing Slayer. Is this Team Slayer? So, here we are. We had some technical difficulties. Right as the game was about to start, I'm guessing my gaming keyboard, the keyboard attached to my gaming PC, hit my workstation's keyboard spacebar and turned off the recording, which is really lame and really sad. And, you know, I did play the entire match not realizing it until I looked over and like, oh, it's a start recording, not stop, and it's a little bit annoying. But we did lose. My team lost. I mean, we were outnumbered, 4-5. You know, it wasn't even that bad of a game. It was pretty close. I think it was 40-50 at the end or something like that. It was all right. I had fun. You know, seeing one of the new maps they had. I think it's a new map. It's kind of a jungle thing, kind of like what the background is here. I don't know if this is new. But we're not here to review Halo. We're here to review the Nerf blaster. And I kind of, in my opinion, it is kind of a lame in-game item that you get. I kind of hoped for something a little bit more substantial. You know, like a cool armor color that they have here. At least with Fortnite, the Blue Shock came with a cool weapon skin that everybody could see. I mean, yeah, you can see the emblem on your Spartan, and you can see the emblem on the gun, but you have to like pay attention. And Halo is such a fast-paced game. You're not staring at your opponent or your teammates' armor and stuff. It's a little bit disappointing. I guess the best way you can see this emblem is on your little gamer tag thing here, you know? I don't know. I'm just a little bit underwhelmed by the reward you get, the gift you get. Besides that, I still like the Needler quite a bit. It's still a really cool blaster. But what is your thoughts on the Needler and the reward you get? Do you have that? Do you have the blaster? And do you have this emblem on your gamer tag here or on your Spartan? Comment down below. Also, comment down below what else you want to see on the channel. Doesn't necessarily have to be blaster related. I am thinking about doing some other stuff eventually. Maybe gonna try to do some more gaming content. Maybe I'll do that a little bit later on down the line. Once again, I do want to thank all my subscribers. Once again, thank you for the 499 subscribers that I have currently as I'm recording this video. And also my viewers, even those who aren't subscribed. You know, it is appreciated. I do appreciate your viewership. It lets me know what kind of content I should make the channel, what people enjoy. Very, very much appreciated. Yeah. Be sure to check out my review on the Nerf Fortnite Blue Shock, another blaster with an in-game item. Be sure to check out my other reviews. I'll have both those linked at the end of the video. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.